Have you ever noticed this? After 50, you eat less than you used to. You no longer drink as much soda as you did when you were younger. You may even skip breakfast, walk more, and try to cut back on carbs. But your belly still sticks out. Your waistline still refuses to shrink. Your old pants still will not button. And the most frustrating part is watching other people lose weight quickly while your body feels like it has completely locked the fat-burning switch. But here is the truth. After 50, belly fat is not just about eating more or eating less. It is about hormones, insulin, muscle, sleep, stress, meal timing, and how your body responds to food. Many people over 50 make one major mistake. They try to lose belly fat by punishing their body, eating too little, skipping protein, fearing fat, cutting out vegetables, fasting too long, and then ending up tired, cramped, hungry, and ready to quit. This video is not about a magic trick. These are 5 simple switches that can help your body after 50 start moving from fat storage mode into fat burning mode without leaving you exhausted. And number 3 may be the biggest reason so many people over 50 eat less, but still cannot shrink their belly. After 50, do not just ask, how much am I eating? Ask, what is insulin doing? Many people over 50 begin their belly fat journey with one familiar thought. I need to eat less. That sounds right, but if you only eat less while still eating the wrong way, your body may keep holding on to fat like money locked inside a safe. Because the problem is not only calories, a big part of it is insulin. Think of it simply. When you eat a lot of sugar, refined carbs, white bread, pastries, juice, snacks, or small bites all day long, insulin keeps getting triggered. When insulin stays high, your body has a much harder time opening its fat stores for energy. That is why some people say, I barely eat anything, but I still cannot lose weight. But when you look closer, they may have sweetened coffee in the morning, a few crackers in the afternoon, sweet fruit after dinner, and a handful of snacks while watching TV. Each thing seems tiny, but together, the body almost never gets a break. After 50, this matters even more. Your body does not forgive small mistakes as easily as it did at 25. A little liquid sugar, a little late-night eating, or a little mindless snacking can keep your waistline stuck. You do not need to begin with an extreme diet. Start with 3 practical steps. First, remove liquid sugar, soda, bottled juice, sweet coffee, milk tea, sweet alcohol. These go into the body fast and can spike insulin strongly. Second, stop mindless snacking. If you are not truly hungry, do not eat just because your mouth feels bored. Third, create space between meals. Your body needs time without food coming in before it can start using stored energy. This is what many people miss. They think losing belly fat means forcing themselves to stay hungry all day. It does not. The first step is to stop triggering insulin all day. When you do this, your body finally gets a chance to reach the belly fat it could not access before. And the next part is even more important, because many people over 50 cut carbs the wrong way and end up tired, constipated, cramped, and ready to quit within days. Vegetables before your meal, the small switch that keeps you full, healthy, and less hungry. One of the biggest mistakes people over 50 make when they hear about keto or low carb is thinking, so I just need to eat meat, eggs, butter, and remove all vegetables. This is a very easy way to make your body fight back. You may lose a few pounds of water in the beginning, but then come constipation, fatigue, bad breath, muscle cramps, poor sleep, and a heavy feeling in the body. Vegetables are not just a side dish. For people over 50, vegetables are protection. When you eat green vegetables before your meal, especially leafy greens, salad, cucumber, celery, broccoli, cabbage, lettuce, or other non-starchy vegetables, your body gets fiber, minerals, and food volume. This helps you feel full before you overeat protein or fat. Think of your meal like a door. If you open that door with bread, white rice, noodles, fried potatoes, or sweets, your blood sugar and insulin may rise quickly. But if you open with vegetables, your body receives a much gentler signal. After 50, digestion often slows down too. Many people cut carbs too aggressively but do not increase vegetables, which can make the gut feel blocked. When the belly feels bloated, bowel movements become difficult, and energy drops, they think the diet does not work. But sometimes the real problem is simply lack of fiber and minerals. Here is a very simple trick. Eat vegetables first, then eat protein. Do not make it complicated. You do not need to weigh every gram of carbs in the beginning. Just make sure your main meal contains a large portion of vegetables. If chewing raw vegetables is difficult, chop them smaller. If raw salad feels too cold for your stomach, choose steamed, boiled, or soup-based vegetables instead. But be careful with dressing. Many people eat salad to lose fat, then pour a sugary dressing on top. The meal that looked healthy suddenly becomes a hidden trap. Choose olive oil, apple cider vinegar, lemon, a little salt, or a low-sugar dressing. After 50, losing belly fat is not about removing everything. It is about choosing the right foods to keep your body stable. Green vegetables help you not only lower carbs, but also support energy, digestion, and fullness. But if you only eat vegetables and ignore the next step, you may lose weight in the most dangerous way, by losing muscle. Protein. The reason people over 50 eat less but still cannot shrink their belly. This is the part many people get wrong. They want to lose belly fat, so they start eating very little. A little soup, a little salad, a little fruit. Sometimes they eat only a few bites all day. The scale may drop at first. But what they lose is not only fat, they may be losing muscle. And after 50, losing muscle is a very expensive price to pay. Muscle is not only there to make you look strong. Muscle is the body's energy-burning engine. The less muscle you have, the slower your metabolism becomes. The slower your metabolism becomes, the easier it is to store belly fat even when you do not eat much. This is why some people say, "I eat less than my children, but my belly is still big." Their body may have already lost too much muscle over years of wrong dieting, low activity, poor sleep, and not enough protein. Protein helps protect muscle, keeps you full longer, and supports recovery. But protein must be enough, not extreme. A simple way to start is the palm rule. At each main meal, include a portion of protein about the size of your palm. This could be eggs, fish, meat, chicken, tofu, unsweetened Greek yogurt, or another protein source that fits your health needs. If you are older, less active, or have weaker digestion, start moderately. If you move more, do resistance training, and walk regularly, you may need more. But avoid two extremes. The first extreme is fearing protein. Many people over 50 live on porridge, bread, fruit, and vegetables, but eat very little protein. The result is faster hunger, weakness, and muscle loss. The second extreme is eating too much lean protein with no healthy fat, no vegetables, and no minerals. This can make you tired and make the plan hard to follow. After 50, the goal is not to become smaller at any cost. The goal is to have a smaller belly while still having strength, stable legs, a healthy back, and a clear mind. And here is something very important. If you have kidney disease, liver disease, severe gout, or you are following a specific medical diet, do not increase protein aggressively on your own. Ask your doctor or a registered dietitian first. Losing belly fat after 50 is not a war against food. It is learning how to eat so your body does not have to sacrifice muscle just to make the number on the scale go down. But protein is only half the story. The next part is where many people misunderstand keto. Fat. Fat. Eat it to reduce hunger, not to overload your body with calories. When people hear the word keto, many immediately think, eat a lot of fat to burn fat. That sounds logical, but it is only half true. Fat can help you feel full longer. It can help you stop snacking. It can help you go longer between meals without feeling shaky or desperate. But if you eat too much added fat, your body may choose to burn the fat you just ate instead of pulling stored fat from your belly. Imagine your body has two fuel sources. One is the fat you just ate. The other is belly fat that has been stored for years. If you keep pouring in too much new fuel, your body has no reason to open the old storage tank. So for people over 50, the smart way to use fat is to think in two stages. In the beginning, when you are reducing carbs and feel hungry often, use healthy fats to calm hunger. For example, avocado, olive oil, fatty fish, eggs, a moderate amount of nuts, or a little butter if it works for your body. Later, when your appetite becomes calmer and you are no longer hungry all the time, reduce the extra added fat. You do not need to pour oil on everything. You do not need to eat huge handfuls of nuts. You do not need to put MCT oil in every drink. You do not need to believe that more fat always means better keto. You still eat the natural fat that comes with real food, but you stop adding extra fat just because you think it will speed up weight loss. And pay attention to the type of fat. After 50, your heart, cholesterol, blood pressure, and liver health all matter. So prioritize healthier fats like olive oil, fatty fish, avocado, and nuts instead of too much processed meat, animal fat, butter, sausage, bacon, or fried food. This balance is important. You do not need to fear fat, but you should not worship fat either. Fat is only a tool to help you stay full, stable, and consistent. The real goal is still to help your body use stored belly fat. And once hunger becomes easier to manage, the next step becomes much easier: intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting after 50, do not use it as punishment. Intermittent fasting can be a powerful tool, but for people over 50, it can also become a mistake if you use it as punishment. Many people hear that fasting helps burn fat quickly, so they jump straight into 18 hours, 20 hours, or one meal a day. The first day may feel fine. By the second day, their hands start shaking. By the third day, they cannot sleep. They feel irritated and they crave sugar. By the fourth day, they overeat and blame themselves for being weak. But they are not weak. They simply went too fast. After 50, the body needs transition. You do not need to start with extreme fasting. Begin with 12 hours overnight. For example, finish dinner at 7 p.m. and have your first meal at 7 a.m. That is enough to start. If your body feels good, try 13 hours, then 14 hours. If you still feel strong, sleep well, have no dizziness, and do not experience blood sugar crashes, then you can slowly go further. One simple rule: do not eat if you are not truly hungry. But also, do not fast when your body is clearly sounding the alarm. There is a big difference between not hungry and forcing yourself to starve. Not hungry means your body feels light, calm, and clear. Forcing yourself to starve means shaking, headaches, irritability, exhaustion, and constant thoughts about food. Fasting done correctly gives you more freedom from food. Fasting done incorrectly makes food control your mind even more. If you take diabetes medication, blood pressure medication, have a history of low blood sugar, kidney disease, liver disease, eating disorders, or have ever fainted from skipping meals, talk to your doctor before trying longer fasts. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. After 50, the goal is not to win an internet challenge. The goal is to build a body that can live well for another 20 or 30 years. And there is one final part very few people talk about, but it decides whether you can stay consistent long-term: electrolytes, sleep, and simplicity. Do not let cramps, poor sleep, and stress destroy your waistline. There is one very common failure pattern when people over 50 try to lose belly fat. They do everything right for the first few days. They cut sugar, they eat vegetables, they eat protein, they stop snacking. They may even start light fasting. Then suddenly the body reacts. Leg cramps, a heavy head, weakness, constipation, poor sleep, a racing heartbeat, salt cravings, afternoon fatigue. And they conclude, This diet does not work for me. That may be true, but it may also mean they are simply low in water, salt, potassium, magnesium, B vitamins, or they cut carbs too quickly. When you reduce carbs, your body often holds less water. This can make you lose more electrolytes. Young bodies may adapt quickly, but after 50, this reaction can feel much more uncomfortable. So do not only think about fat, think about minerals. Green vegetables help provide potassium and magnesium. Enough salt can help prevent weakness, especially if you sweat or eat very little processed food. Water matters too, but drinking only water without electrolytes can sometimes still leave you feeling tired. However, if you have high blood pressure, heart failure, kidney disease, or your doctor has told you to limit salt, do not increase salt on your own. Follow medical guidance. The second thing is sleep. Many people over 50 focus only on food, but sleep only 4 or 5 hours, stay up late looking at their phone, and live under constant stress. When sleep is poor, hunger rises, sugar cravings rise, willpower drops, and the body struggles to recover. The third thing is simplicity. Do not change your plan every day. If something is working, keep doing it. Do not watch a new video and switch from keto today to low-fat tomorrow to detox the next day to dry fasting after that. The body after 50 does not like chaos. It likes rhythm. Eat real food. Eat enough protein. Eat vegetables first. Reduce sugar. Create space between meals. Walk. Do light strength training. Sleep well. Track your waistline, energy, and how your body feels. Do not try to lose weight to become healthy. Make your body healthier first, and your weight and waistline will begin to follow. If you are over 50 and your belly fat refuses to go away, do not assume your body is broken. Maybe you are simply using the wrong strategy. You may be eating less, but still triggering insulin all day. You may be cutting carbs, but also cutting vegetables and minerals. You may be losing weight, but accidentally losing muscle because you are not eating enough protein. You may be doing keto, but adding so much fat that your body does not need to burn belly fat. You may be fasting, but turning it into punishment that creates even more stress. Remember these 5 principles. First, reduce sugar and snacking before obsessing over calories. Second, eat green vegetables before your meal. Third, get enough protein to protect your muscles. Fourth, use fat wisely, but do not overdo it. Fifth, fast gradually, listen to your body, especially if you have medical conditions. After 50, losing belly fat is not about competing with your younger self. It is about learning how to work with the body you have today. And when you stop punishing your body may finally begin to trust you enough to release the fat it has been holding for far too long.